going on? It's Kenny, back with another conversation. So I was been going through some things, and it got me thinking about a certain aspect to the world that I think we all know we've all dealt with, and I'm dealing with a lot right now, both externally and internally, and it's just it's more around expectations of things, and the expectations of what you think should be coming to you, what you think you deserve, what's expected. And banking on those things and being frustrated if they're not happening when they should be happening. Whether that's promotions, money, presents, you can, and it also depends on your age group, obviously. Like tax payouts and stuff like that, and I think we've gotten into this sense of entitlement as a whole person group, species, should I say, or really pisses us off when what we're expecting doesn't happen, and the world's not supposed to do us any fucking favors. And the world's not supposed to do us any favors. The real world, it never does us any favors. Most of the time it's fucking us and it's screwing us. And the thing about it is, and I'm complaining about it right now because it's happening to me, but it is also, I've also been a party to this madness. You gotta plan around it. Nothing's expected. Nothing should be expected. Why should anything nice happen to any of us ever? I believe is what Louis C.K. said. Why would anything nice ever fucking happen? Good things do happen, right? Maybe there are expectations around things that should be happening, whether it's promises, whether it's legal, whether it's not. But getting mad when they don't, or planning or banking on something and then giving other people shit about it doesn't help anything change. It doesn't help the change of that situation. It doesn't help bolster or fix any relationship issues doing that. And I hate to, the sense of entitlement. I'm an elder millennial. I think every generation has a sense of entitlement, whether you think so or not. You're always, I think I deserve X, or the world owes me Y. Everybody talks like that. Boomers, Gen Zers, Gen Xers, millennials, elder millennials, we all do. We all do. When the boomers go, well, if you stop spending so much money on and not really taking into the fact, they're taking for granted that they're not actually, and the expectation is that you should be working as hard. The expectation is that we're not working as hard as they were when they could afford things. Like that's their expectation, and it's a false expectation. It's the same thing. I ran into it when I was a kid a lot. I always expected, and obviously as a kid or an adult, you it's pattern recognition. My dad kept saving me when I kept fucking up and making dumb mistakes when I was a kid. You know what he eventually did? And this taught me more? Is he stopped. He stopped saving me. He cut me off. And I had to fend for myself. And that was a humbling experience. And at first I blamed him. And as I reflected and as I had to bolster myself and build a family and a career and everything myself with no help, which I didn't do a great job at because I was still young, I learned why he did what he did. And I reflect upon it now, having an older child, that I don't want to get to that point with any of my children. Sometimes you have to. I don't want to. So my goal is to just make sure that people listen. Make sure that they listen and take advice. You can always make mistakes. We all do. But don't make the same mistakes that I'm advising you against, that I've already effed up my life on. Make your own mistakes and live your own life. But don't repeat history. Especially when you don't have to. But don't expect that things are going to work out and things will happen for you and things will be provided for you and you deserve X and you deserve X and you deserve X because the world's done me without working for it. Without providing a little accountability, responsibility, and respect in the situation. Ain't nobody owe anybody no favors. Certainly not in this day and age. You know? But here's the other thing. It's okay to act human about it. Dealing with certain situations internally with myself. Like, I'm mad and pissed about some things that should have been fucking done and gone and dead and buried already in my life. And I'm mad and I'm angry at it because I have no control of the situation to make it end, but it's still happening, even though it shouldn't be happening. That's my own battle that I'm dealing with. And it's just like, why am I mad about something I can't control? Well, because frankly, it's infuriating and it's a bullshit. It should be over, but it's just like, it's not over, and it's okay because it's life. You know what I mean? Nothing I can do about it. But also banking on something and other people's broken promises that they're going to change or they're going to be better, without any actual proof, is another thing people need to work on and deal with. People are only going to change if they're forced to. At some point, you need to stop giving people the benefit of the doubt, and you need to move on with your life because it's better for you. It's a tough truth, and it's probably a truth people have probably had to say about me at some points in my life. I'm not perfect. I'm not even damn near close to being perfect now, but I'm never one to skimp on calling myself out on stuff. Never one for lack of accountability, never one for a lack of responsibility. And that doesn't mean I don't make mistakes. And that's okay. That's part of growing up too. Still, as an adult, it's part of growing up. And I stage a lot of these things around growing up and trying to be better in the future and whatnot because I'm trying to indirectly influence our younger generation, my kids and whatnot, and how they can move forward and how they can be better and better themselves and not make mistakes that they don't need to, and plan for potential pitfalls in the future that I think about all the stuff that I never listened to my dad about because I always thought I was right even though I was young, that if I did listen, how different my life would be now. Now I don't live with any regrets because every mistake and every piece of crap thing that I did made me who I am today, and I don't hate myself, which is a good thing. I'm not perfect, but I don't hate myself, and I built a pretty good life, got a nice healthy family, but there are things that could have drastically changed my childhood and my life overall, and that's what I want to do for my kids without them having to go the hard path that I did. But yeah, don't expect anything good to happen without putting the work in or accepting responsibility or planning that something bad can and probably will happen in regards to it. Control what you can control. Know what you can't and have the wisdom to know which is which. But yeah, the world doesn't owe anybody favors, no matter how bad you had it. Put the work in.